Good morning, everyone. This is Scott, and it's a beautiful morning here. Although it's a little chilly, so probably have to wear my jacket first part. But it'll get warm today. So anyway, we're going to be heading to St. Augustine and then later Daytona Beach. Daytona Beach footage will be in a different video. So this will be mainly St. Augustine and a little bit of me getting down there. All right, so let's go. Alright, made it to St. Augustine. Well, we're not right in downtown just yet, but we're gonna check out the Fountain of Youth Archaeological Park first. It's a little attraction that's just a little bit to the north of St. Augustine, and it's a park in dedication to when Spanish explorer Juan Ponce de Leon first discovered the area back in 1513. Well, it helped eventually make a settlement here in St. Augustine back in 1565, and I believe it's the oldest city in what is now the United States. I'm gonna go get my ticket and head in. Near the front of the park, we have the spring house. Let's go inside. Yep, I feel younger already. Yeah, it's like it was definitely worth the visit, especially because I turned 30 years old later this year. But yeah, one cool fact about Ponce de Leon is that he actually came over to the Americas with Christopher Columbus. He was the first governor of Puerto Rico, and he made his way over to the mainland and discovered this area. And basically, he found the fountain here in 1513. Like he settled over here because he saw some smoke on the land here. It was from the Timucuan people, and then after coming over here, he claimed this part of the New World as part of as part of Spain, and he called this area La Florida, or Land of Flowers. That's basically where the state of Florida got its name from. Pretty cool. Let's check out more of the park. Oh wow, this is really cool. This is basically a replica of a very old church called the Mission Church of Nombre de Dios. The original building was built back in 1587. It was the first Franciscan mission church that was built here in what is now the United States. We can go inside. Yeah, one cool fact about mission, or the first mission of Nombre de Dios, is that it's been recognized as the very first Catholic missionary in what's now the United States. Check out more of the park. But yeah, this is just a little small part of the old village of Siloy, which was the village for the Timucuan. But yeah, when the Spanish first settled in here, they got along pretty well at the start. However, things kind of turn for the worse, unfortunately, for the Timucuan, as a lot of their population started to get wiped out due to conflicts with the Spanish, and also all the different diseases that the Europeans brought over, like smallpox, different things like that. It's kind of sad, but. And yeah, here at this boathouse, they got what's called a chalupa, not to be confused with items you see in Spanish cuisine, or I should say Mexican cuisine, but it's a Spanish workboat. You can see all the different boats on display, including one that's partially under construction. And yeah, about every hour from between like 11 and 5 o'clock on a nice weather day, they'll even do a cannon firing over here. You see these different cannons, which 20 cannons like these were originally brought over by Pedro Menendez de Aviles back in 1565. 1565. That was when he settled over here and made a settlement right next to the village of Seloy. That's basically like a remnants of the old settlement. But yeah, they built a fort over here in 1565. It didn't last very long. 21 years later, Sir Francis Drake of the British destroyed the fort. As you can tell, there was a lot of competition between the Spanish and the British back in those times. And you come out here, this is the Founders River Walk, and this would have been around the area where Ponce de Leon would have made a settlement over here. So, but I'm not going to go all the way down there, is because there are way too many seagulls. I don't think they would be too happy if I disturbed them. Oh yeah, and over there too, it's way off in the distance. I'll maybe get another view, but yeah, that's the old fort, Castillo de San Marcos. And yeah, take a look. Yeah, that's a huge cross over there. I think it's about 200 feet tall. If not, I'll put a label in the bottom of the video showing the actual height. But it's a very tall cross. And then yeah, it's like looking over here. This would have been what he would have seen, or even when Pedro Menendez de Aviles would have made his settlement back in 1565. So you can see a lot of the old village from here. Yeah, this is really cool. I'm definitely glad I'm checking out this park. And then yeah, at different times of the day, you can even go up to that watchtower. However, it's not open quite yet. Get a little bit more of a view of the general area. Oh yeah, a little correction that this is the Spanish workboat over here, or the chalupa. But yeah, back there, yeah, that's a memorial built in 1950, or well, memorial and also a statue for Juan Ponce de Leon. But yeah, like of course with this first landing here, or with this landing here, and designate this land of La Florida, and then of course eventually later with a more permanent settlement back in 1565, you could say. Yeah, this is the first colony by any European power, and was now the continental United States. So yep, the Spanish did beat the Pilgrims over here. Oop, take a look over here. These are two cans that were from the USS Constitution. That's that ship that I got to check out while I was in Boston last year. So if you see my USS Constitution video that I did last year, these cans would have been on that same ship. How about that? All right, just left the Ponce de Leon Park and just drove down a little bit down to the historic city center. So it's part of the parking garage over there, and we're gonna spend some time here in the old town.
Let's go check out the St. Augustine Colonial Quarter.
It did it! Yeah, I gotta say, this is a really cool park. I think I had to pay like between $13–14 for a ticket, but it's definitely worth it. The fee comes with a guided tour and also a self-walking tour. And matter of fact, yeah, our tour guide Ellie, she did a wonderful job. It really enjoyed her demonstrations, her wealth of information, and even some jokes kicked in here and there. So it was great. But yeah, it's like, as you can tell, the park is kind of divided into different sections. You got the old Spanish colony from the 16th century, the 17th century, and then even for the 21 years that Britain had their colony here. As you can notice, all the different flags are up in display because this whole area that's now Florida, it used to be part of many different cultures. I had the Timucuans, the Seminole, the Spanish, the British, the Spanish, and again, and then the United States, and of course during the Civil War was briefly with the Confederates, and then back to the Union, and so on. This is really cool up here. This is the type of little watchtower. You get a great view of the general St. Augustine area. Right over there, that is the Castillo de San Marcos. That is the 10th fort that was ever built in this area. There are nine other forts before that, but they kind of burned rather quickly because they were made of wood. But that one stood the course of time because it's built out of coquina shell. Basically, just built up small seashells that have just been compacted together over the years, and it provides a great defense against cannonballs because it just absorbs the blast from a cannon. Well, not the blast, but the power of the cannon. But yeah, definitely like to check that out. Probably in a little bit after I leave this park. There's a federal government shutdown right now. I'm not going to talk about politics in my videos or anything like that, but some of the park will be open, others may not be open, unfortunately, but we'll see what we can. And then come over here. So yeah, there's the Matanzas Bay, and then it goes out to the St. Augustine Inlet, and eventually out to the Atlantic Ocean. You can see some of the cool buildings from over there are in the main part of the downtown area. And yeah, if you come over here, this is what's called like the British Quarter. Because as I said earlier, from 1763 till 1784, shortly after the end of the American Revolution, this was a British colony. In fact, La Florida, which back then it stretched all the way over to like even to Louisiana. It was divided in half. West Florida basically from areas near like Pensacola, that general area west, stay with Spain. Well, East Florida went to Britain for 21 years, so you can even see some more English styled architecture over here. Yeah, again, yeah, I really enjoyed that. So, because I'm really close to the fort, I'm gonna go ahead and, well, when it's clear for us to cross, I'm gonna head over to the fort. Yeah, here's a little close-up of the coquina. It's amazing that it thwarted off 2 British attacks, one in 1702. So although British captured the town, but they failed to conquer this fort, because the cannonballs just really either bounced off this coquina or got absorbed into this structure. And then even a bombardment by the British in 1740. It's like although the inside of the fort's closed due to the government shutdown, but it's cool that they're allowing us to walk around the perimeter, which is really nice. Yeah, at each of the 4 corners of the fort, they got these different bastions, or they're shaped in as diamonds. But yeah, if you look like on a satellite image, like on Google, for example, you'll be able to see them. They're pretty cool. Yeah, though the fort itself was closed, at least I was able to walk around the perimeter. So we're back where we started a little bit earlier, so we're gonna continue down St. George Street. And if you stay in, kind of like in the western part of the Plaza de la Constitucion, that is the Cathedral Basilica of St. Augustine. The parish of St. Augustine is the oldest Catholic parish in the United States. It was dated back to 1565, during the days of Pedro Menendez. Like he celebrated Mass here all the way back then. The church itself was completed back in 1797, and then became a full cathedral in 1870. And over the years, it's gone through a few renovations, but it is beautiful. Bill, let's go inside. The visitor entrance is just over there. Wow, that cathedral inside was really beautiful. Oh, I better put my hat back on. But yeah, definitely check out the cathedral while you're here in St. Augustine. And in front of the church, this is the Plaza de la Constitucion. This is the oldest public square in what is now the United States. It's a nice little centrally located area with a lot of cool sights. Check out some of the different sites.
Yeah, over to the east of the plaza, you got the Bridge of Lions that take over to the other side of the Matanzas River, and I have this feeling something's breathing on me. Oh! No, I'm just kidding, but well, that's a pretty cool marble lion statue, though. All right, so I'm gonna head back that way. I'm gonna check out a little bit more of the city, walk at some of the more of the streets, and then eventually head back up to the parking garage. Yeah, this has been really enjoyable. I really enjoyed walking around the old town, checking out some cool sights and different attractions. And yeah, I need to go get some lunch. Where I'm getting lunch is going to be not in the old town, so I'm going to get back to the parking garage, get in my car, film a Travel Delights video, and then there's another site I like to check out before I leave St. Augustine. This is rather interesting. All right, just had lunch. Did a Travel Delights video at Crave. Definitely check that out. Check out that video. If it's not up, it'll be up probably in a matter of just a couple days or so, probably somewhere around there. But we're here at Fort Mose, and this is a state park. So unlike the Castillo, which is a national park, this is not. It has nothing to do with the federal government shutdown or partial shutdown. This park is still open, which is a good thing. But what's cool about this park is that this is the first established settlement for freed African slaves. This is a settlement that was made for them back in 1738. Just think of that. Yeah, it's pretty cool inside there. You learn about a very amazing history about how many of the African slaves who were enslaved by the British, especially up in the Carolinas, they try to escape, and they're able to find sanctuary down here at Fort Mose again in 1738 in the exchange for to basically help the Spanish out and also become Catholic. And in some ways, they were considered to be slaves a little bit, but not to the extremities of when they were under British control, where the Spanish basically allowed them to earn money and get married, or even buy themselves out of slavery even too. But it's pretty cool how in this general area the Fort Mose itself has been long gone, but how the first free African settlement was just in this area. But yeah, for the visitor center itself, it's a $2 admission fee for the museum and a little video that they show. But walking around the grounds and on these different boardwalks, this is absolutely free. Well, I gotta say, I've really enjoyed my time here in St. Augustine today. Really enjoyed Fort Mose, and then also check out the old town, check out the fort or the Castillo de San Marcos. Although the inside was closed because of the government shutdown, but still got to see the fort itself, and also check out the Ponce de Leon Archaeological Park. That was really cool, and also just even walking around in the old town, and also going to the Plaza de la Constitucion. That was really cool. So yeah, really enjoyed St. Augustine. This is just my vlog video, but I'm also planning to do a short St. Augustine video, basically kind of like a little guide to the city for everything I've got a chance to check out today. So definitely stay tuned for that video sometime in the near future. But anyway, I'm gonna head over to Daytona Beach, head over there for the rest of the day, and that'll be in a separate vlog video. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely give this video a like or a thumbs up. For more Skymonday 95 trail videos, definitely click that subscribe button. Well, thank you for watching today's video here in St. Augustine, Florida, and this is Scott signing out.